Hey there, it's Shannon with Be Disciplined here to talk to you today about keto. Some people who abruptly cut carbohydrates will experience what is called the keto flu. Keto flu is very real, it's very normal, and you will not die. But you will not die. So, some symptoms of this keto flu are fatigue. You're tired. Your body, it takes some time, to figure out, like, no more carbs, no more glucose. Now I gotta, switch gears over here. So you're gonna be tired at first, but it's for about a week, and then you're gonna have way more energy. Headache, irritability, hangry is a real thing. Difficulty focusing. You'll have some brain fog. And once that passes, you will have more mental clarity than you've ever known. Dizziness, sugar cravings most likely, but that's kind of a duh, right? Some people get a little nauseous, and then you might have some muscle cramps as well, and that's from the loss of electrolytes. And this is normal, y'all, but it still sucks. So because it takes your brain and other organs some time to get used to using fat rather than glucose for fuel, right? Like I said, it's not a switch. The more carbohydrates you consume before going keto, the more severe your symptoms will most likely be. But the good news is it generally only lasts about a week. The best way to avoid it, I would suggest, is to gradually reduce the amount of carbohydrates that you intake rather than going from normal diet to strict keto. I'm going 40 grams. So for instance, if you currently consume about 225 grams of carbohydrates per day, which it may sound high to you, but that's the average for women. The average for men is 300 grams per day in the US. And I think that's national in any event. So if you were just consuming 225 and you were aiming for 40, I would suggest maybe the first week go to 150. This is still a pretty big decrease, and then maybe then 100, and then maybe go to 60, then 40, or, stair step it down. So that will definitely help ward off that keto flu. Otherwise, if you're all in, just, white knuckle it, it's only a week. That's bad advice. Just consult a doctor first. Another thing is when your insulin levels drop, your body responds by excreting more sodium in the urine along with water. So you will be really, really thirsty, and you will go to the bathroom all the time, and you will feel like you're like cotton mouth. So obviously you want to stay hydrated, and then you also want to replace those electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium either through diet or a supplement as well. And also make sure that you are getting enough sleep. Sleep is huge just normally, but especially if you're going to make a big switch like this. And make sure you're eating enough fat. I can't get enough, your body, I can't emphasize that enough. Your body needs that extra fuel because you just took away the glucose that it was using to survive on. So you need that fat for that fuel. So once you've been eating this way for a few weeks, you will realize that you're able to go longer without eating between meals. You will experience consistent energy throughout the day, and you'll be able to work out without needing to eat a lot. I actually have worked out, I often work out actually on an empty stomach or just on my bulletproof coffee, which I thought was unheard of. No way. I needed to have eggs, not even a protein shake. I needed substance. I needed to chew something and have a full belly to go do a heavy weightlifting workout. And I literally just had a crazy leg day today, and I had half of my bulletproof coffee before I started, and I crushed it. So I promise you, it is real. And so this is what is called fat adapted or keto adapted. And so when you are fat adapted, it simply means that your body is now just super efficient at using fat as fuel. So obviously, if I have 40,000 calories on my body to fuel my workout, I don't need to have my bacon, egg, cheese, spinach, mushroom omelet. That's so amazing. I can go on half a coffee or not much at all. And so this is kind of where I tend to live. And I don't know that, honestly, that I've ever been truly in ketosis. I did buy that, the tester where I puncture, poke a hole in my finger and do a drop of blood. And I never got up to the 3 millimolar ketone level, whatever. But I am pretty adapted. So that means that I can have a few more carbs for a day or two. And then when I go back to a more traditional keto way of eating, my body is still super efficient at burning fat for fuel. So that adapted state is kind of just, I don't know, in my mind, it's nirvana, because I don't have to be like strict on anything. I don't have to count my macros. I kind of just know at this point. I would suggest, though, definitely counting your macros. It's not that tedious, really, I promise, and you get really efficient at it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So there you have it. There is the skinny on the fat, known as keto. Again, drop me a line with questions. And if there are any other nutrition and health related topics that you'd like me to discuss, please send me a message. I would love to know what you'd like to hear about. Until next time, be disciplined and have a blessed day. Thanks.